I just got, this morning has been stressful. Like, stressful in a good way, but, um, we got up this morning, and Steven has been applying for jobs. I've been telling you guys, like, since April, when he first got laid off from, the job he was at. And a place finally called him back this morning. Well, he was going to call them because the guy emailed yesterday, I think. Yesterday or Saturday. Today's Monday. And said, please call, what I think his name was Wayne or something like that, to schedule an interview. And Steven was just about to call him this morning, and he called Steven. So he goes Wednesday morning at the same time that Aiden starts school for the first day, so that's gonna be a fun morning. So let's just keep our fingers crossed for that. The thing that sucks is it's like 5 minutes away. It's literally downtown. It's at the millwork place, and I'm like, this is our luck. Like, the entire time we've lived here, he's wanted a job close by, and now he's gonna probably get a job 5 minutes down the street, and we have to freaking move. That is our luck. That's our luck. That's how it happens. So we have that going on. I have a bunch of work stuff to do as usual. That's nothing different. And then I just got Aiden's Google Classroom invite thing. So I set them all up with that. And then 2 of the teacher's aides that have been with him all along are still gonna be in the remote learning stuff. And it's like, at the physical school, his classroom was 211 and it's still 211, so like she took over his teacher's class, the one that they fired. And I don't recognize this lady. Like, she's a special ed teacher, I guess. But she's not one that worked there, so I can't wrap my head around why they would get rid of his teacher. That was awesome and we all loved her, and then bring someone new in. Like, what the heck? Why did they do that? I assumed it was going to be one of the other special needs teachers. So I have no idea what their method was for this, but she seems nice. She uploaded like a video reading them a story, which is like way below Aiden's level now, because he's reading chapter books. He's discovered, there was one time we went to Walmart, and he always liked to pick out a new book when we went shopping at Walmart, and he picked one out that was like, it's a chapter book, but it's for younger kids because there's still pictures and stuff in it. And I was like, this is kind of too much for you right now. And that was sometime last year, and we read the first one in a few nights a couple weeks ago, and we're on the 3rd book now, so I've been like slowly ordering him the books in the series. What is it called? Hildy Cracks the Case. I think there's only 6 books in that series, but in the back of the book there's a whole bunch more, like different series in that same skill level, so he's really been liking those. But yeah, I just got his classroom stuff set up, so we're gonna be all set to do that. And then his art teacher already uploaded stuff. It's the same art teacher. So I'm curious if he's going to be working with the same speech therapist and the occupational therapist lady. He doesn't do physical therapy anymore. He did that from preschool to kindergarten. And then they were like, he doesn't need this because he doesn't have trouble with like running and jumping and stuff like that. So he does the speech therapy, the occupational therapy, which is mainly his writing and stuff, because I've explained to you before, and you've probably seen him like in last week's, he was painting, and he holds everything like this. He has super neat handwriting. He writes like neater than I do, but the fact that he grasps his pencil like this, we cannot get him to break it, and we've tried everything. Like, I've tried different grip things that's supposed to help them with their pencil grip, and like he'll use it for a little while, then as soon as I'm not looking, he goes back to writing like this. They tell us all the time to use like little tiny broken crayons, so he has no no other option than to hold it with the tips of his fingers, that doesn't work either. So it's gonna take a while to break him of that habit, especially because he's so used to writing that way. But that's mainly why he needs occupational therapy. It's for the what do you call it, grasp, writing grasp, whatever it's called. So it's just been a lot so far today, and it's only 2 p.m. I feel like this week is going to be a very stressful week. Friday night there's another live. I think I talked about it before, but then I cut it out of my vlog because it was such a long vlog. If anybody knows the 2 comedians, Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky, they're husband and wife. They have a podcast called Your Mom's House that Steven and I watch religiously every week on YouTube. You can listen to it too, but I don't like listening to them. I like to see the videos when I watch podcasts. They're hilarious. They're very not everybody's cup of tea, because if you're easily offended and you don't really like raunchy comedy, you're not gonna like them. But they're hysterical, and they had a live podcast a few weeks ago that you have to buy a $10 ticket to be able to watch it. So we did that, and that was something fun to watch, because we don't always agree on the same things to watch at night, but that's our time at night together, to spend time together. So they're having another one Friday, and I didn't buy the ticket yet, but I'm going to, because I think that's going to be a nice way to decompress from this, the first week of school, and then him going to possibly get a new job. I hope he gets this job. It's gonna be so good if he gets it, because I've been so stressed about we're looking for a house, but they're not gonna give us a freaking loan, approve us for a mortgage when he's on unemployment, we kind of have to be both employed. So that's just gonna make me feel a whole lot better. I really hope he gets it. The guy seemed very excited that he only lives 5 minutes away, because it's an in-town business. He's never worked at a business that's in our town before. He's always had to work between 20 and 45 minutes away. So I know when we first moved here, he had a job at a friggin' a tile company, another flooring company, and it was so far away. It was so pointless for him to work there, but we were desperate, and he just had to take that job because that was what was hiring. But yeah, this is definitely the closest out of all the places he's worked for, so I hope it works out. It's stuff that he's already done before at other jobs, so I'm sure he'll be able to get this job. It's working in the mill place, driving the forklift and receiving orders and stuff, and then I guess having to drive the company van to deliver. I just thought I saw something move out of the corner of my eye. I'm I hope that's not a spider. Deliver materials and stuff to job sites if they need him to do that. So not so bad. Stuff he can deal with. And my shop has been doing really well still, so fingers crossed that things start looking up, because it's been crappy lately. Oh, I got a dip nail kit. Never tried dip nails before. I got a whole set from one of the Facebook Amazon coupon groups that I'm in. It was normally a $37 set, and it had a coupon and then a discount going on, and I paid $4.94 for it, so $5 for a friggin' dip nail kit. And now I never want to use regular nail polish again. I'm obviously my first time doing it. They're kind of thick, but my nails feel so strong. I have really flimsy nails no matter what I've tried to do. The biotin stuff doesn't work. The friggin' nail hardener stuff never works for me. They just they always bend and break, and then I can't grow my nails. So the fact that these make them feel so strong, and they're not chipping or anything when I'm working, it's amazing. And the colors that came with it are all kind of boring, like nude and pink, and then there was this one glitter color, so this obviously is the one that I used. It's like a holographic pink, and it's super pretty, and now I just want to get rid of my nail polishes and replace them with different colors of this stuff, because my friend's sister on Facebook, I had posted about it, and she's like, try revelnails.com, because that's where I get all mine from, and they have over like 200 colors, so I'm making a list of ones I want to eventually get. I do want a black one, because I think it's going to be awesome to have black nails that don't chip like the second day that you freaking paint them. So I'm super excited about it. I don't think they look that terrible, considering this is only the first time I've ever done it. Like, this one's a little thick, and then my thumb's a little bumpy, but did a pretty decent job. I didn't expect them to stink like the activator stuff just smells like the stuff they use when they're doing acrylic nails, which I've always hated that smell, but it's not quite as bad because it's like you just paint your nails with it and then you put it away, so it's not like a prolonged stench. Like, I've never had my nails professionally done because I cannot stand that smell. I wouldn't be able to sit in a nail salon and smell that all day. Like, my mom used to do nails. She wasn't like a licensed nail technician. I always told her she should have gone and done that because she would have been really good at it, but she didn't have like the artistic side. Like, she would do her nails, but then she'd have me paint whatever she wanted that time on it. Like, she used to have me do palm trees and stuff, and like anything artistically detailed she made me do. But she'd do people's nails for like prom and stuff. So anything I've learned about nail art and stuff, I learned from her, and she would have been like going gaga over this dip nail stuff. I know this has been around for a while, and I don't know why I've waited so long to try it, but super excited with the results, because this is like, I did this Saturday, today's Monday, nothing is chipped, nothing is flaking off, still feels pretty nice. Like, the fact that this is super chunky glitter and it's smooth is so awesome to me. It's just opened up this whole new world of nail stuff. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I was telling Steven, I'm like, look how pretty they are, and they're super strong, because he always makes fun of how flimsy my nails are. He has really thick, like, ridiculous nails that you can't even bend or do anything with. So yeah, I'm excited about this, and it's gonna definitely help me grow my nails. I don't want them to be super long, but I'd like them to not be nubs all the time. Like, they just break, and then I'm like, screw it, I'll just keep super short nails. But they're already, like, they're to the point where they're getting a little bit long. Like, this is longer than they usually are for me. I wish you could, yeah, you can kind of see you can see it a little bit better like that, how holographic it is. This is a really pretty color. So today is Tuesday. I woke up this morning and Aiden, it's like noon right now, but when I woke up, Aiden was fine. He was playing in the living room, and then I came in here to start working, and he went in his room and laid down, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he kept telling me his head hurt, like right here. He kept pointing right here, so I'm like, oh great. I couldn't tell. Sometimes when he doesn't want to go to school or do anything with school, he'll act like he's sick. That has happened many times before, so it's hard for me to know when he's faking it and when he's actually not feeling good. So he kept like wanting to lay on the living room floor, and I was like, I'm gonna give you medicine if you have a headache, and he was like, no, I feel better. But then he kept laying on the floor again, so I gave him some Tylenol, like the children's Tylenol, and he was laying on the couch, and I was like, just go lay down in bed. If you take a nap, your headache might be gone when you wake up, because I know when I get a migraine or something, the only thing that helps it go away is to try and take a nap or like sleep it off and get rid of it. So it took maybe 5 minutes and he's sound asleep, and now I'm trying to be really quiet because I don't want to wake him up, because his room is the next one over. So I'm hoping that it was just a headache that was bugging him, because he said he didn't feel sick to his stomach or anything. He pooped like normal this morning. He poops like clockwork every morning. And I think it's just a headache. Like, maybe he's never had a headache before, or he's never complained about one to us anyway. it just sucks that this is the day before school starts. I'm like, you can't be sick for your first day of school. And I've been mentioning school a lot lately, but trying to explain to him that he's gonna still do it at home so that he doesn't get as nervous and upset about it. Like, he loved going to school when they were actually going to school, so I don't think it's that. I think it's just he's got a headache. It's something's bothering him. So I'm hoping that he's gonna take a nap for an hour or two and wake up feeling fine, because that usually gets rid of my headache. And plus, he had some Tylenol, so it should help. I hope it helps anyway. But he's sound asleep, and he never takes naps. Like, he hasn't been a napper since like age 2. He said, I'm done with naps, and that's it. Okay, so it is, hold on, my screen went off because I was away from it for so long. It's 1:30 and Aiden just woke up. I went downstairs to take the laundry out of the dryer, and I started folding it, and then I heard him get up and go in the bathroom to go pee. But he seems to be much better. I think he was just really tired. He must have been up all night or something, like Steven said, because as soon as his head hit the pillow, he fell asleep. But now he's eating lunch. He didn't want to eat this morning when he woke up, and he's watching TV, which he also didn't want to do this morning, so very happy that that seems to be all that it was. But now I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what his schedule is going to be, because I haven't gotten anything from his teacher other than saying to join her Google Classroom before tomorrow when school starts. Like, we had gotten a generic sample schedule when the school first started sending stuff out that said like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday has a set schedule, and then Wednesdays are kind of like a light day. Like, they're gonna have something from 9 to 11:30, and then lunch and recess from 11:30 to 12:30, and then it's unified arts, which is like gym, music, and art for the rest of the day. So I assume that that's all either going to be pre-recorded stuff or something that they have us log on with. So far, so good with the morning so far. I've got you in the kitchen cabinet right now. I tried to move it to the other one so that the light isn't as blinding, but it's still right behind me. Steven left for his interview. Aiden is doing some worksheets right now. Actually, yesterday, once I stopped recording anything, I got an email from his teacher saying that she was going to drop off schoolwork for the week in our mailbox. So I guess she's going to do that every Friday. So there's not like stuff I have to print out every day. I was totally fine with printing it out last time, but I guess she's doing it this way so she has like the physical papers in front of her. We're just waiting to log on for his attendance meeting, because we also got the schedule yesterday, and I guess it's not going to be so bad because he has to log on at 9:20 for them to take attendance, and then 10:50 is like their morning meeting, and they all last a half an hour, so it's not that much out of the day, and then 2:30, I think, from 2:30 to 3 is like the afternoon stuff. So him and the kids that are at home log on. I'm interested to see if like she has it set up in the classroom so he can see everybody else, or I don't know how they're gonna do it, because it wasn't like this in the spring. Everybody was at home. So we're just waiting for the attendance thing, because that's gonna be the first like glimpse into what this is gonna be like. Like the worksheets, he has that down. He's used to doing that because that's all it was in the spring, was a bunch of worksheets and some online programs that she had us using, and the teacher hasn't mentioned any of the online stuff yet, because like he loved to do this program called Lexia, which was a reading program, and then ST Math was a math program that aggravated me and Steven, because there were some things that we couldn't figure out what they were asking for, because it was all like a visual thing, didn't give you any instruction whatsoever. But he loved that program, and he can't log on to it right now because like at the end of the school year their login codes and everything expire. So I tried to look it up, and the math one is like $200 and something, like to buy the program and have it if you're a homeschool parent or something. So I don't think we're gonna do that just for a crappy like 8-bit program. um, but he's actually done a lot of worksheets already, and sometimes I cheat, like when it, oh, is that like an update? Did I just get the thing? Yep, 5 minutes, we gotta log on for attendance, bud. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. I'll check in again later. Okay, so that was nothing. That wasn't so bad at all. The attendance check-in was just one of the, I call them teacher's aides because that's what they called them when I was in school, but one of the paraprofessionals that I already know because she's been with him since he started kindergarten. There's 2 of them that are still with him, so that's pretty cool. But she goes into a separate room that it looks like they cornered off a part of the room, I don't know, so that she can sit on a computer and take attendance. So she just checks in with everybody like one-on-one for a few minutes to say good morning and everything. Then we have to check in at 10:50, which is about in an hour, to do the morning meeting, which is like everybody goes around and says hi and everything, and all the kids that are at home are gonna be projected on the screen in the room, which is pretty cool. Aiden's pretty excited that he didn't have to actually go to the school, so I got like the best first day of school picture ever from him, because usually he's like pouting or he's mad that I want him to take a picture because we're getting ready to go out the door to go to school, but he's pretty excited that he didn't have to do that today. They had sent out an email yesterday. It was either from the principal or the superintendent that a student at the high school tested positive for COVID the other day, and like all the people that came in contact with him can't come to school for 14 days. They have to self-quarantine and everything, and I'm just like, how many times this is gonna happen so often this fall that like they're gonna end up, I can see it now, that they're gonna end up making school fully remote again. So I just assume start them off like that this year, because I didn't want to have to be worrying constantly. The way I am and the anxiety and everything, I would constantly be worrying, like, are we gonna get a phone call or an email saying, oh, someone in the school had COVID if your kid came in contact with them. I just don't even want to think of that. So he's home for now, and it's just making me feel better about my decision, because it was I struggled with it for a while to decide whether or not to actually send him or just do the fully remote, because like I know he needs to be around other kids and stuff. He doesn't have any siblings or anything to interact with, but they do let them interact on the calls and stuff, which is good. So if I'm shiny, it's because I'm sweating. It is hot again today. I refuse to turn the air conditioner on because it's friggin' September and I don't want to run the air conditioner in September. But it's supposed to be cool the rest of the week, like in the 60s. Today's Thursday. It is late afternoon now. It's 4:15. I didn't have time to get on earlier because we were doing school stuff. I felt really bad today, and like I keep thinking I made the wrong decision by telling them, like, we had a choice obviously of we could do just remote learning or the hybrid stuff, but I was reading through the papers again, and apparently the special needs kids are like full-time in person, except for Wednesdays where they have a half day in person and then they go home and do the rest remote. But like, he's the only kid in his class that's doing the remote learning, and I feel terrible because like the teacher has to set up the computer every time, like just for him. There's nobody else doing it. Why am I the only person that chose the remote only. I don't know. Like, am I being too paranoid, overly paranoid over this whole thing? I'm just... I felt so bad today, like, it's just been weighing on me, and then, like, he asked me when he can go to school, and that made me cry, because I was like, I just feel like I made the wrong decision and should have sent him to school, especially after seeing all the other kids in class now, and, like, even if I wanted to send him now, can't do it till January, because when we signed up for the remote learning, it was like, you have to do this until January, and then in January they're gonna like what do you call it? Redetermine how dangerous everything is, I guess. But like I keep telling myself not to stress over it because I don't even know if we're gonna still be here in January. So if he's gonna go to another school, then it'll just be okay, he's not going to do the remote learning anymore, because this is like stressing me out that I made the wrong decision. And when I got the email for school starting and everything, it was sent to all the other parents of the kids in his class, and I was like, oh, we recognize all these names, so these people must all be doing remote learning too. But no, it was just an email going to all the kids in his class. And like with this, he doesn't have the inclusion classroom, so like this is just his special ed, and he doesn't get that inclusion time with a regular neurotypical second grade class like he would if he was there. But then, like, again, when I was weighing the pros and cons of all that, he's gonna be going with cohort A and cohort B, which is two totally separate groups of kids, so he's gonna be exposed to double the children doing that. I'm like beating myself up over this, and I know I shouldn't be, but like I just feel bad all around because he's the only kid that's doing this, and she has to set everything up for him, and she has to get, you know, On the bright side, he's done all his schoolwork. He got to log into his ST Math program, so he was all happy about that. They've like updated it, so it's got better graphics and stuff now. And it's just like, this whole thing is working out better than I thought it was going to, like time-wise, because I'm able to let him do his computer stuff by himself, and if he needs help, he just asks me, but like he knows how to do a lot of it, and I'm able to get some work done during the day. But like it makes me feel like shit because he's the only kid that's on the computer and has to be set up on the screen in the classroom and everything, and it's just, I feel like such an asshole. Like I just got off the phone with his teacher because she wanted to call and see how things were going at home, and I didn't want to say, yeah, I feel like an asshole, because I didn't realize I was going to be the only one not sending my kid to physical school this year. You guys, I'm just saying goodbye for the week because it's Friday. Today was a half day for school, so we're already done with stuff. It's almost 1 p.m. But I just got an email from Aiden's occupational therapist, who we hadn't heard from her yet, so I didn't know what was going on with that. But she's gonna set up the group meetings every Wednesday afternoon. So that made me feel a little bit better that at least there's some other kids in the other classes that are doing the remote only learning. I just hate that he's the only one in his class that's doing it. I don't know. I'm just trying to not worry about it as much, but it's hard because that's like, it's bothering me lately. I did not think we were the only ones that were going to be doing the remote learning. So anyway, what? You want to come say hi?
Hi.
I'm done with my schoolwork.
I'm done with my schoolwork.
Good?
Yeah?
So anyway, I'm just saying goodbye. I'm sure this was probably long and I'm gonna have to go edit it now, but I don't have a ton of work to do today. I have to make a bunch of lotion bars for a subscription box, so that's been, I started doing it last night. I've been doing it all morning because I have to let them cool in the mold, and I only have one mold with 6 cavities in it, So I have to keep letting them cool, take them out, make more, let them cool, take them out. I want to just get more of the molds to get done with it quicker, but they were $11 a piece for the damn silicone mold, so just gonna have to do it over the next few days, I guess, whenever I have time. But that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to talk about today, so I'll talk to you guys next week.